What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. So I wanted to go through the only two setups that I was looking at this entire week. Today's Friday and January 9th and Tuesday. I think those are the only two setups that I even remotely thought would be good. Now I'm not trading live until later in the month because I'm still doing some forward testing and some back testing. So what we'll talk about for the next couple of minutes, not too long, would be just the forward testing that I've been doing. So let's start off with today. First things first. So this is Friday, January 9th, and it's on the 1 hour. So I have a little indicator here just notes the session. So the green one's a New York session and the orange one is London. That's just for me to note where the sessions started and ended. I haven't configured the London one entirely yet, so you can ignore that one. But anyway, for today, just looking at a couple of things, right? So looking at this high right here for them to get to, also this 1 hour fair value gap that price tapped into here, dropped nicely, and I do believe we had another scenario, yeah, where price was rejecting from before. So it's a good place to consider, at least from my opinion, for like taking profit and stuff. So let's look at today's price action. So this is New York open right here, 9:30. So we had, this is the London lows here, 240, and this is Asia lows. So I wanted to see them take one of the lows out. So they took London out before market open. Then we actually right at market open, and then we rolled up. So I was looking for a scenario where we dropped down, took one or both of these lows, and then gave us a clear movement back up. Now, when it took Asia, we didn't get that clear movement back up. We got, you know, consolidation and they dropped one more time. Now, still looking for a long because if you look at the daily, and let me, ignoring the sell side stuff at the bottom, that's just me doing some tests. But if you look at the daily, where we are before this actually formed and pushed up, we're still very bullish, very bullish. So I was looking for more movement up and maybe even take that high out, digging into this daily fair value gap right here. So let's come back down. So with that, I wasn't really looking for any kind of short. So I was looking for something super clear. Now, this is the kind of thing that we've not gotten like a lot of this week. Like we've gotten two, in my opinion, two super clear setups, and this is one of them. So what I was looking for now, on the 5 minute, we had this fair value gap that formed. And as you can see, we had a lot of rejections off of this one. So what I was looking for was for any of these candles, once we got a nice juicy move up, to close above the midpoint of this. And this one did it. So I set a paper trade, and I had my TP set all the way up here. I was hoping they would push past the 1 hour fair value gap here, but they didn't. So that leads me to think about like, if I'm trading micros and I've got multiple micros, like maybe take some off here and then leave one runner to see if it'll make it up there. I mean, obviously we're not going to make it up there today because we're already, excuse me, but this dry cough, I'm still trying to get rid of it. So we're already at four o'clock, and that's pretty much it. So it'll probably take it next week. But anyway, so this was a really nice looking once we took the London lows here, Asia lows, sorry, and then we rolled back up. Look at that strong engulfing candle. So now I'm just looking for a reason to get in. So when I dropped down to the 1 minute, I was like, beautiful. it gave me this little order block right here, but I took it at the midpoint and with 2 micros. And that was about 400 or so, but pretty nice. NQ decided it wanted to roll back down and come back to the entry and then run back up again. I mean, second opportunity for an entry, respecting the midpoint of the 5-minute fair value gap. Right 10:45, and then we moved up. All right, so things that I'm trying to pay attention to is areas where price has been rejected from, where we might get like some nice movement from it. And clean setups like this is what I'm looking for. All right, let's take a look at Tuesday. So I was trying to figure out what would have been a clean setup for Tuesday. And I mean, for most of the session, we were just kind of dropping. And when it came to London's like high and low, they took it out with alacrity right there. Let me put this back on so I can see the open. They took London out, and then Asia was already taken out by London, or yeah, by London already. So Tuesday wasn't as easy to read, but post was this after the 10 to 11 time frame? And so a couple of things could have occurred, right? We could have took an entry here, which I think it's a higher time frame fair value gap for Tuesday. Let's see. Where did I get that from? Make sure I'm not going crazy or I've said it wrong. Oh, I apologize. Let me delete that. It's not the fair value gap I was looking at. So I wanted to see, so here's a fair value gap that they used as resistance to drop, fully disrespected it, came back down into it, looking to see them use it as support for a higher time frame, a lower time frame entry. So let's take a look at that on the 5 minutes. So you can see it. So that's nice, actually. So they really just tapped into it, the 5-minute order block, and then just kind of roll back up. So I had two real opportunities for an entry here. So we had one where we could have taken one here with a couple micros, and then look to get something off this high right here, something like that. Or the secondary entry here where similar scenario, you could be looking for the high here, or if there's a higher time frame like target that you could look for, 1 hour high, 15-minute high, fair value gap above, you could reach for that. But similar scenario, if you've got bullish intent and we're seeing price return, very bullish move up, for price return to the order block, fair value gap that was used as resistance before, and now this has been fully disrespected. You want to see it return to its original purpose, which is to be a bullish fair value gap and to help price move up. So we see the wick through it here, but no bodies through it. So it's a good opportunity to go long in that space if you were so inclined. And let me drop back to the 1 minute. It's Wednesday. This is the only times really of the week that I thought there was anything remotely interesting. And of course, like if you wanted to wait to get out of this chop, then you could have waited for this this push up this way right here, and then taken some micros and dug into an entry here, stop below here, most likely. Anyway, I think those are the only two that I really paid attention to this week. I wasn't super, um, I didn't think Monday was worth any kind of time. If we look at it on the 1 minute, that was just messy on Monday. And then Tuesday wasn't amazing. So for 10 to 11, you didn't really have much that you could do. But there's that. And then Wednesday, similar scenario, not great. Just a lot of chop there. So until the PM. And then Thursday, just a bunch of chop. So it's really only two potential days, with Friday being the cleanest of them all. Anyway, that's all I just wanted to share. It's also documented for myself what my thoughts were around those. And so I'll do this maybe once a week or twice a week as I see stuff. Be good, be safe. Shakira out.